Hey guys, welcome back to K&S Get Out. So Shannon's been out here with Bruno, that's our Pitahula, our puppy, and she's been walking him around and everything, and I was doing some work inside the camper, and I just got out here and I realized somebody just gave me more work to do. What's going on with this? Look at my trees. Look at my trees. Someone snuck up on my property and started marking trees. Who does that? Oh, that would be my wife. Shannon and I have learned, this is a very common thing, but this is all new to us, so it's new literally to the two of us. The time to pick trees that you want to take down is this time of year, spring and summer, when everything is green, everything is flourishing. You need to mark the trees that need to come down. Now you don't have to. Some people, like myself, have this insanely annoying photographic memory and I cannot forget things. Well, I do. I forget the important things. I don't forget things like what trees need to come down. So I kind of remember, but I did ask Shannon, we've got some of that orange tape. I said, hey, anything you want cut down. When I'm out here with my chainsaw and I'm just going, if I've got it oiled up, I've got fuel in it, the chain is sharp, like you just want to rampage. You want to keep going. So part of our upcoming projects is to continue taking out some trees that are potential threats. In other words, falling in a storm, especially those over any kind of buildings or structure or animals that we have out here. So I now have the freedom to just cut whatever I want down. And what I mean by that is if I want it down, I will put orange tape around it and I will hope that Shannon forgot that's not one she intended to mark. So the game is afoot. We got to talk about some guineas. I got some good news and I got some bad news. Good news first, the Keats are doing awesome and they are growing every single day. I mean, you can come out 2 or 3 times throughout the day and I promise you, you can see some feather growth, you see some size growth. They also, as far as their agility and the ability to run through the brooder and get away from me when I'm trying to hold them, all of that stuff, it just happens so fast. And I think we kind of got accustomed to the rate of growth and maturity of goats as well as our dogs. And so it's kind of hard sometimes to differentiate like, oh yeah, these birds are meant to like, you know, hatch and then start growing immediately, because out in the wild, they are very much prey and they've got to be ready to do everything they can to survive. So let's go in and check on the Keats and then we'll get to the bad news. So these guys nap every other 5 minutes. And you are going to have to try to look through the hardware cloth to see this for a second, because if I open it, they're going to move. That's pretty much what they do. The thermometer is reading 90.8. That is the thermometer right there. My heat lamp is right here. So that gives the warm spot over here. Like last night, it got pretty cool. And so they were able to stay nice and warm. And then during the day, like today, I think it's supposed to be close to 90 degrees. I can turn the lamp off and they are just fine. Guys, look how big they're getting. I imagine if you're just watching this in video, you probably see it better than I do because we're out here checking on them quite a bit. But you see how active they are. They are way better on their feet. Some of them are even trying to flap. And if you look real close at their wings, those are feathers coming in. I do remember with the first round of Keats, the feathers on the wings were the very first thing to come in, and then they just started coming in all over pretty quickly. We are about a little over a week old. I want to say maybe a week and a half. And I do think that all of these guineas are going to look identical. I don't remember, and you guys tell me if any of you have gone back and watched any of our videos where we had the first set of Keats. I don't remember if these are what the lavenders look like or if these are what the pearls look like. Or maybe they both started like this and then they changed a little bit. I can't remember. But definitely no white ones, definitely no gray ones. Kind of sad about that. But I do love that we are adding to our bird army. They are trying to hide from me. These guys are so low maintenance compared to when we had the turkeys with them. I have to admit, right now here in my shed, it doesn't smell like birds. That is awesome. So highly recommend if you are going to raise guineas, do them by themselves. It is absolutely possible to do it with turkeys, and in some cases people will even do it with chickens. I think there's a disease, black dead head, correct me my chicken people. but they do run a risk by being raised with chickens, and I'm not sure if that's chicks or adult chickens. But at any rate, I will say this has been a much better experience by just having the Keats in here and no turkey poults. So as a little exercise, I do like to still kind of let them hear my voice. Let's see if I can catch a few. Hi, bird. I know it. I know it. That's a good bird. Now the hard part is trying not to catch the same bird over and again. They are surprisingly difficult to hold on to for how little they are, because they do go forward and back. And at this age, they're not really relying on their wings yet. So it's just body movement. I know it. You're okay. You're okay. And see, when you turn them away and they don't see the other birds, that's typically when they calm down a little bit. There you go. They're so pretty. All right, birds. No matter how much they trust you, they don't trust you. All right, the Keats are all taken care of. I got to hold about 4 of them or so, and I don't know. We're just gonna keep doing what we did. I'm dropping the temperature a little bit week by week. Honestly, the temperature kind of fluctuates because it gets so hot during the day. I turn the heat lamp off, and then once we get a little closer to dusk, I come out, check the temperature, move it around, the whole 9 yards. But they've had some fluctuation, and quite honestly, this time of year, they probably would be fine without the heat lamp in general. But of an evening, it's still, I think it was down below 72 degrees last night, and we like to keep it up, 85, 90 degrees, at least at this point. But the bad news, we still have no idea where the active nest is for our adult guineas, who have been dropping eggs like crazy, and they've not really been indicating that it was where I thought it was. They were originally, and where I thought it was on the other side of Goatville, in the brush that we left, or the woods that we left between Goatville and the road. But I didn't go back there and look. It's heavily poison ivy, ticked out. I mean, it's not necessarily worth it. And up there, I know predators, snakes, whatever, are gonna get to those eggs. So we're still looking for an active nest. We wanna get back to collecting the eggs, but I think there are gonna be times where we're just not gonna find those nests. That being said, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 guineas. So for the past 36 to 48 hours, we have only counted 6 guineas. And we believe it is one of the dark pearls there on the right, or is that a lavender? That's one of the dark pearls right there. So we have 2 males, and that's a lavender on the other side, but that dark pearl right there, that's a male. And we've got one other just like him, but we also discovered that we had a hen, dark pearl, like them, and she has not been seen for almost 2 days now. My theory, we just celebrated Independence Day, the 4th of July, fireworks galore. It's just how it is. I love fireworks, I'm not complaining at all, but it does affect wildlife. And we have had so many deer. We've had a ton of small critters, groundhogs and armadillos and possums. We've seen them all out here. And when the fireworks began around the 1st-ish, they really kind of start becoming irregular with their schedule. You're seeing them odd times that you're not used to seeing them. And I understand that, especially if they understand what gunshots sound like when they're all in season. So that being said, wherever that nest is that we don't know, it very well could be that we lost one of the guineas to one of the wandering predators that was maybe a little disoriented or whatever. I don't really know. It's kind of my theory. Could also just be that, they've been traveling. Maybe their nest is somewhere where they really shouldn't have it, where we can't keep an eye on it, nobody else. And I think we lost one of the guineas. Unfortunately, it's kind of just part of it. Yeah, once you start your nest back right there, I've still got the traps down and everything. I just need to set them. So our guineas are troopers, but they're not invincible. We'll let you guys know if she shows back up, but for right now, we may only have 6 guineas. Aside from the 9 and the brooder, right? Hi, Koopa Man. Hello, Mario. These boys, I think my does might be in heat, because these boys the last couple days, especially this guy, I've been making a lot of big Mario noises, and we've been rocking that tongue out a little bit, huh? Some good boys right there. Okay, so Shannon's gonna join us here shortly, but she has been wanting to rake out the goat pen since it got real sloppy through that heavy rain. And I don't know why I've not been like protesting against it. I've not been saying I don't want to, but I think once it dried out, I was just kind of like, why? And so I wasn't in a huge hurry to do it. She kind of sped up the process. She brought down the manual rake, you know, like manual labor rake. And she raked up a lot of the hay and straw and stuff. So I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna get their feed ready. We'll get them out and let them graze. They've been doing a great job at sticking around. And then I'm gonna open up that electric fence, get the tractor down in there for her and save her some of that trouble. What's up, big guy? That's not for you yet. You wanna graze first?
Yeah. I wanna eat grain and graze at the same time. Uh-huh, yeah.
Silly boy. Hi, kiddos. How we doing? Are you flirting with mama, making it weird? Smells like somebody's in heat down here. Or it just smells like stinky goats. Which one is it? Which one is it? See, here's some of that pecking order sparring I was talking about. But the fact that they're standing up to spruce, I mean, look how big little Mario's getting. But these guys, especially Mr. Koopa, he's kind of the ringleader or the alpha between he and his brother. But these guys are really coming into early adulthood. And they're starting to try to reestablish the pecking order, aren't you, buddy? I know it. I know it, man. Tell them about it. Hi, buddy. I know. Hi, guys. How are we? How are we doing today, Weeds Man? Hi, Mama Guru. Hi, pretty lady. Look at how dusty you are. Hi, Larry Bear. Koopa Loop. There you go. That was little Mario. Mr. Hercules. What are you doing, big guy? Hi, buddy. You been down in Goatville? Hey, that's my hair. You can nibble on the hat, not the hair. Nibble on the hat, not the hair. Oh. What is he doing? He's eating my hat. Hey, hey, hey. Hey, we got a dog goat pile going on here. Hey, 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 hey. Hi, Bluesy. You want to join the pet party? My goodness. My goodness, it's a party in the pen. It's a party in the pen. Well, come on. Everybody get your hugs. What, Willie? Yes, thank you. Yeah. Hi, buddy. Oh, he just threw a slobber string right on you. So these boys, Mario's boys, with Miss Mama, they are so much like their dad, Mario, and I love it. I was so sad to see Mario go. He was just a buddy of mine, and we had a great time, but I think little Mario and Koopa are gonna fill that void perfectly, as if we don't have enough other goats to fill that void. Miss Daisy girl, you're lightening up a little bit. You're losing your dark colors. Dookie, Mr. Duke, my Earl man. Oh man, I bet there's bird food down. You know what, whoa! You know what that means. I have to race these guys up the hill. Especially Luigi. Is everybody coming? Come on, Herc, let's go get that bird food before they get up there. Oh, you're gonna smell where Bruno's been. All right, I'm gonna walk swiftly and see if I can keep from breaking a sweat. I hear the goats moving faster though. They can't catch me now. They're gonna try though. There's my boy. Are you gonna go put the bird food up for me? I hear goats running behind me. Ha ha. I win. Nope, 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 nope. Here's the other trick. Getting it in the feeder without them taking over. Larry? Larry Bear. Hey, no. Nah, 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 no. Hey, ha. Hey, 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 little Mario. Don't you do it now. Don't you do it. You neither, Mr. Larry. Guys, remember, Larry is a few months older than little Mario and Koopa Boy. That guy right there, that guy right there. But I think I'm gonna try, while they're all up here, this is kind of a new thing we've been working on, I think I'm gonna fire up the tractor and get to raking the goat pen out. Somebody want to come out and see Mr. Hercules. She kind of just comes out and teases him. Says, follow me over here, and then she just wants to go back in her air conditioning. He loves his Princess Nala. Well, look who showed up to the party.
It's warm out here.
I know. It keeps warming up.
Yeah, that patch of seed ticks I got into this morning are still all over my shoes.
Oh yeah, those things are terrible to
trying to get them cleaned up.
try to get rid of.
Yeah.
So you're going to be doing the tick dance all throughout.
Probably so.
I
Yeah.
like it.
Yeah.
Well, hey, I got a little surprise for you.
Yeah, I love surprises.
Well, you've been waiting on this one.
Okay.
I told him that you did some work with the rake and cleaned up the pen a little bit, and I said, all right. I went and did a little bit of tractor work for my uncle, and I've got the rake on the back. I might have gone ahead and opened up the temporary fence.
Did you really?
So I'm gonna rake it out.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
That makes me happy. Thank you.
You're welcome. All right, tractor's all warmed up. Let's get going.
Okay. Not bad.
It'll still work-ish.
Okay, this is a little bit funny. Look what just flipped out of the straw. We can't lose Herc's bone. These goaties don't know what to think. Everything's all open.
They've been coming in and out right here. They've been going in that gate. I come by with the tractor. Everybody runs. They're a little confused. You can see, I know I'm getting down below what is their decomposed poo and hay and everything because I'm hitting rock. So when we get down to rock, we're back down to original earth. You can actually see a difference in the color. You know, like that's the regular dirt that was here. And then this real dark, rich stuff is all of their stuff that's just been decomposing over time.
Yeah.
None of which can go in the garden. Reason being, notice the color of this dirt.
Yeah, that's some Herc bomb stuff in there.
This brown, that guy, especially when we had babies in the nursery, he would come and drop a deuce 2-3 times a night outside that gate, and that was his way of protecting.
Yep.
And when we would let them out during the day, he would go in there and drop a deuce closer to the other fence line. So he was doing his job, but you can see there is a ton of dog poop, which can't go in the garden, right?
Nope, not at all.
So what I'm probably gonna do, I know that straw will take a long time to break down, the hay will be better, but I wanna try that. I've got a little spot up there where that trench has the main power and water coming through it. And I've put some fill dirt in there. I want to see if I put that on top, am I just setting us up to smell it nonstop, or will it eventually become good dirt, at least to grow grass in?
Okay,
But
worth a shot.
hopefully, I know today it's supposed to be warm. We have no chance of rain. My hope is, especially as the sun gets a little further into the afternoon, it'll dry this out a bit. The smell at first was pretty bad, but I feel like it's kind of blown away and
airing out a little bit, so it's okay. It looks so much better. I know there's still a lot going on in here, but
well, and it's
it really does
tricky.
look
I mean,
better.
I could hit this right here and pull it this way, and I may do that, but we don't need to do it on film. But I'll pull that this way, and then I can keep taking it out that direction. But right now, I think I need to get that temporary fence back up.
Yeah.
Get these guys fed.
Oh, you haven't fed them yet?
No, they've just been grazing.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. No, I'm so impressed though. You guys saw, Herc's been running around down here with us. The goats pretty much stayed here. They did start to travel down the driveway, so Shannon went and got them and brought them back up.
But all I did was stand at the top of the driveway. It's not like I did anything special.
Really?
I just called them.
I love these guys.
They're so good.
Yeah, if we had a perimeter fence, man, all we'd have to do is put a little fence around what we don't want them into.
Yeah.
And I'm pretty sure they would stay within pretty close proximity. Let me get that temp fence back in place. We'll have them shut in and get them their grain, and then I will take that stuff away from the pen.
Sounds great. Thank you so much, babe.
You're welcome. Spruce.
It's not yours.
Look how tall you are, man.
You gotta get off the gate, man.
He's about
I
as
can't
tall
even
as
get it
you.
latched.
Hey, wide load.
Hey, get off the gate.
I don't want to.
I know you don't want to.
I don't want to.
You got straw on your face.
Hey, get
Stop.
out.
Don't touch me. Don't. I'm calling animal abuse, ma'am.
You cannot call animal abuse.
Y'all calling them. Who is it? Where? I gotta Google Pita bread phone number. Where the
They
Pita
are
bread
not
phone
gonna
number?
believe you.
Yeah, it is abuse, I tell you what. Spruce abuse.
Oh, geez.
Oh, Jesus, right. This is hard. Hard life, Mom.
Everybody did exactly what we expected. They were out grazing. They did a wonderful job. And I'm now able to like mow and work on my tractor a little bit, and it doesn't throw them off too terribly much. But I very easily got the fence back up, zip tied it to the T-post, turned it on, tested. Everything's good, and everybody's back in the pen. There's still a little bit of a layer, and you can see a lot of why it's holding that moisture and stuff when it gets super wet is because of the straw and all the goat feces that have decomposed and made up this new layer of sediment on top of the original earth. It does look a whole lot better. It's nice to get that top layer out, but if we were to have a rain like right now, which it's not calling for, then yes, we would have a muddy mess on our hands. But I think over the next day, probably just throughout today, this will dry out and we'll be sitting pretty again. Yeah, buddy, you'll have yourself a nice clean pen to mess up again. What? What are you saying?
You gonna tell Larry about it?
Jolie.
You're ridiculous. Larry Bear, back up. Come on. Did you hear that snort out of him?
I did. I wasn't sure if it was that or if it was one of the feeders rattling in your hand.
No, that was Spruce.
He's
Come on, boys.
such a weirdo.
Come on.
Go on, boys. Hurry,
You know
hurry,
where to
hurry. You only got a quarter cup. He's going to be on your tail.
He is. You don't want Spruce eating your food.
Woo, buddy. I called that number for you, by the way, dude. 1-800, was it Jenny Craig? You see how you got these saddlebags on the side here? What do you think?
Get out of my face.
You're so rude, Spruce.
I know.
Hey, thanks for your help.
You're welcome.
That was good teamwork.
Yeah, it was. I appreciate you doing all that.
Don't tell Shannon, but I think she was right. We needed to do that with the tractor. Just don't tell her. All right, guys. Well, we got that cleaned up. You got the Guinea update. We'll keep you posted on those Guineas, man. They are growing so quickly. Their skills, everything. And we're just
Their
excited.
feathers.
Their feathers popping in.
Yeah.
We're really excited. We were talking about it last night, and I was talking to them about it earlier. We're very excited to see the progression without the turkeys in the picture. The other Guineas treated the turkeys as their leaders, and so they acted kind of like turkeys. These guys are exhibiting Guinea behavior like already, less than a week and a half old. So it's been fun for us to watch. We're very pleased with how low maintenance they are compared to having the turkeys in there, cleaning
Big
up their
time.
food, water, their poo. I mean, it's nothing.
Yeah.
So it's going to be a fun ride. I'm going to enjoy this warm weather, and hopefully it'll dry out this pin a little
I
bit.
hope it will.
I'm going to get back on the tractor and keep going.
Thanks.
All right, guys, we love and appreciate each and every one of you. We thank you for coming along on this journey with us. And as always, we'll see you in the next one.
Bye.
Oops, nom nom. Oops, nom. Mom, I dropped a feeder. You go get that scoop for me, Mom?
Nope.
Oh, rats. Herc, I need a favor.